Hi, morning. I want to share with you guys my research paper about skin cancer awareness and the sun protection behavior before and the following treatment among skin cancer treated patients. I'm going to start with the population. There are around 108 patients with skin cancer who were asked to participate in the survey located in Iran. Then the sample. The results showed that the woman, 30.4%, more than men, 14.5%, perceived fair skin complexion as cause of their skin cancer. Then I found the variables, independent variable that the sunscreen being used to prevent the skin cancer, and the dependent variable that people use in sunscreen to prevent the skin cancer. And the hypothesis, we have the alternative and the non-hypothesis. In the alternative, there is a relationship between perception of skin cancer in the population and the sunscreen. And the non-hypothesis, there is no relationship between the perception of skin cancer in the population and the sunscreen. And the bias in the research regarding the sun protection behavior of the skin cancer treatment, as patients showed no change or even negative change in their sunscreen protection behavior, but of the patient change, their protection behavior is solar as a positive one, which is statistically significant. And the level of measurement, we had the nominal. Acceptable and good sun protective behavior was not significantly associated with sex, age, type of skin cancer, history of skin cancer, skin phototype, occupational status, or workplace condition. In the ordinal, before the skin cancer treatment, near half the patient had acceptable sun protection behavior, poor sun protection behavior, and good sun protection behavior. Then in the interval, the data showed that the set was significantly associated with the sun's protective measure, changed the 25 to 64 men and 7 to 46 women. The ratio around 108 patients with skin cancer were asked to participate in the survey located in Iran. Also, the sampling procedure. In this study was selected the research sample from the population of people in Iran. Continuous variables were described using mean standard deviation, and categorical variables were reported as frequent and percent. The chi-square and the Fisher 2019 exact tests were used to compare qualitative variables between groups, to compare sun protection behavior before and after the treatment among patients. This descriptive study was conducted in Rasi Dermatology Hospital, Tehran University of Medical Science. Patients with skin biopsy of cancer who present at the skin tumor clinic for treatment of the skin cancer from April 2014 to March 2015 were enrolled. In the data analysis, the statistical method used by the research was to investigate Iran's patients understand the skin tumor and to evaluate the sun's protective behavior change after treatment of skin cancer. Patients with skin biopsy of basal cell carcinoma were asked to complete a questionnaire. A total of 108 patients were enrolled in the study, and patients were mostly referred to our tumor clinics from rural areas. The chi-square and the Fishers 2019 tests were used to compare qualitative variables between groups, to compare sun protective behavior before and after the treatment among patients. For the findings, the research found that patients with skin cancer perceive their disease. This is great value of dermatology should be aware of patient perception, consider the disease to improve patient own knowledge through educating more about different aspects of disease. The chi-square and the Fishers 2019 assessed that they were used to compare quality variables between groups. This data suggests that the patient should be better educated about the diverse clinical perception of skin cancer relation and improving sun protective behavior among the patients and even general population. Then we have the protection of human rights. There are Insurance Probability and Accountability Act allowed to protect patients' medical records and information provided by healthcare plans, doctor, hospital, and other patients care provide were used for this study. This study provides information on patients who underwent a basal cell carcinoma skin biopsy and were asked to complete a questionnaire before starting the exam. The study was carried out on 110 patients who were enrolled and agreed with the study. Most of the patients were referred to a tumor clinic in rural areas. Patients were informed that no personal information should be revealed, only the total percents. Then I found the prospective budget. That is a total of $29,600. And at the end, the reference that in this is the research the author relieved on 10 articles 2015 to 2020 to investigate Iran's patients understanding the skin tumor and to evaluate their some protective behavior change after treatment of skin.